Hi, this is Cormac, and today I'll be talking about different elements of the file manager and the basics of things you can do in the file manager. I hope you enjoy this podcast. I have my screen hooked up as always, and the speech is on for anyone who is blind. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is press F1.
File Manager, F.
And as you can hear, the file manager is the first item in the menu. You can also use F, which is dots 1, 2, and 4 to get in there. So I'm just going to press enter.
Flash disk 1.3 list item.
And now we are in a list of storage, such as the internal storage, Google Drive, and SD, and I have an SD card plugged in. So the first item that's in here is the flash disk, as it's called on the Polaris. This can be confused for a flash drive, which is a USB drive, but on the Polaris, the flash disk is the internal storage of the Polaris. The next one we have is
SD23 list item.
SD card. If you have one plugged in, that will come up. If not, you won't see this. And the final one is Google Drive. So I'm going to plug in a memory stick or flash drive, as they're called, into the USB port, A port.
USB inserted.
And you'll hear USB inserted and hear a ding. And now if I scroll using space and dot 1,
USB 3.4 list
we
item.
can see it here. Alright, so I want to teach you how to unmount or eject a USB from the Polaris. It's very easy to do. First of all, you need to press backspace, enter, and the letter U, which is dots 1, 3, and 6.
Drive list. SD12 list item.
You'll hear drive list, and as you can see, we have an SD card here. That isn't what I want though, so I'm going to use space and dot 4.
USB 122 list item.
And now I'm going to press enter.
SD11 list item.
And you didn't hear it, but it said USB removed successfully. Okay, so now that that's unmounted, I'm going to press space and Z, which is dots 1, 3, 5, 6, to leave the unmounting program.
Google Drive 3.3 list item.
We're back in the file manager, and next, if you want to get back to the main menu, you can press space and Z again, which is dots 1, 3, 5, and 6. And now I'm going to show you how to create different folders on different drives. I'm going to press F1 to go to the file manager in the main menu.
File manager,
and
F.
press enter to open it.
Flash disk 1.3 list item.
I'm going to start with the flash disk, so I'll press enter.
First year folder 117 list item.
And now it's showing the first thing that I have in there. There are two ways of making folders. One of them is the menu method, and the other is the keystroke method. I'll go through the menu method first. If you're new to technology, you may not know these keystrokes, so you can press F2 to access the menus. F2 is located one key from the left of the spacebar. It has a raised line on it, and it's to the left of the control key, which is to the left of the spacebar. So I'm going to press F2 now.
File, F, pull down menu.
There are different menus in here. To make a folder, we need to go into the file menu. So I'll press enter.
Open, O, enter all menu item.
The first option is to open, but we don't want that, so I'm going to use space and dot 4 to scroll to the new folder option.
Zip, X, send to, S, rename, R, new document, N. New folder. F. Dialog enter F menu item.
I'll press enter.
New folder dialog. New folder name. New folder edit box.
And as you can hear from the speech and see on screen, it's now asking for the name. So now all we need to do is type in the folder name. So I'll make one called Maths and press enter.
New folder created.
And as you can hear,
Maths
it's being
folder
created
1418 list item.
and it's put us right on that folder. Alright, so that was the menu method, but there's a much quicker way called the keystroke method, and it's enter and dots 1, 2 and 4 for F.
New folder dialog. New folder name. New folder edit
I'm
box.
creating another folder on my flash disk, and I'll call this one biology.
New folder created. Biology folder 519 list
And
item.
it's created that, and we are now focused on that folder. Press the backspace key if you want to go back to the list of drives.
Flash disk 13 list item.
Now I'm going to use space and .4 to go to the US. So using space and .4,
SD24 list
I
item.
will scroll down to my USB
USB 34 list item.
and press enter.
Lost year folder 13 list item.
And there's a folder called lost.dir on here. That's the first folder. So to create a folder on here, I'll go through the menu method first. Press F2. It's the key with the raised dots left of the control key, which is left of the space bar.
File. F. Pull down menu.
We want to go into File, so I'll press Enter.
Open. O. Enter all menu item.
And using space and .4, I will scroll to New folder.
Zip. Send to. Rename. New document. New folder. F. Dialog enter F menu item.
I'll press Enter here.
New folder dialog. New folder name. New folder edit box.
And I'll type in the name. This time I will go with chemistry.
New folder created. Chemistry folder 14 list
I
item.
pressed enter after I typed in the name. The second method is to use the keystroke method, which is enter and F, which is dots 1, 2 and 4.
New folder dialog. New folder name. New folder edit box.
So I'll create a folder named Irish and press enter.
New folder created. Irish folder 25 list item.
And now the Irish folder is there. Now to get back to the list of drives, I need to press the backspace key.
USB 34 list item.
Now I'm going to head to the
SD24
flash
list
disk
item.
again,
Flash disk 1 first year folder 119 list item.
and I will scroll to the folder I made.
Third year folder, fourth year biology, bookshare folder 619, biology folder 519 list item.
And now I'm at the biology folder. I scrolled down to biology, but I can also just press B, which is dots 1 and 2 to get to biology. I'll just show you how to use the first letter to get to any folder. So I have a folder in here called Daisy, so I'm going to press D.
Daisy folder 719
And
list
if
item.
your folder was a D, then just keep pressing D until you get to it.
Database folder 819 list item.
Another folder with starting with the letter D called database, and I have one more.
Documents folder 919 list item.
I have one more called documents, and I can press enter to open any of these.
No items list item.
My documents folder is empty, so it says no items. I'll press backspace to get back to the flash disk.
Documents folder 919 list item.
Now I'm in the list of all my folders on the flash disk. That's how you can create folders. It's that easy. You can use the menu method, which is F2, the file menu, and then scroll to new folder, or you can just press enter and F, which is dots 1, 2, and 4, and type in your folder name and press enter. Now I'll show you how to rename folders. I'm going to press enter on the file manager.
Flash disk 14 list item.
And now it's open. I'm going to choose the flash disk, which is the internal storage, but you can choose whichever one you want.
First year folder 119 list item.
Now you can either use the scroll keys, space and dot 1 and dot 4, or just the letter of the folder to find it. And I'm just going to press B to find my biology folder.
Biology folder 519 list item.
Now you can get into your menus by pressing F2, head into the file menu and choose rename, or you can do the keystroke method, which is what I will do. I'm going to press enter and or dots 1, 2, 3, 5.
Rename dialog. New folder name. Biology edit box.
All you need to do now is type in the name. I'll just call it physics.
Rename complete.
I pressed enter.
Physics folder 1619 list
And
item.
now it's renamed the folder. Alright, so in the third section I'll be talking about how to copy a folder, but the same, it's the same for copying a file. So the first thing I need to do is press enter. I'm back in the main menu at File Manager.
Flash disk 14 list item.
I'm going to head into the flash disk by pressing enter.
First year folder 119 list item.
I'll press P to find the physics folder that I made earlier.
Physics folder 1619 list item.
And now I will press enter and X to cut it, but you can also use the control key and X, which are positioned to the left and the right of the space bar.
Cut to clipboard.
And it'll say
Physics
cut
folder
to clipboard.
69.
I'm going to press backspace to get out of the flash disk.
Flash disk 14 list item.
And now I'll put this folder on my SD card, so I'll use space and dot 4 to find it.
SD24 list item.
It's here. I'll press enter.
First year folder 131 list item.
And now you can either use Control V or enter and V, which is dots 1, 2, 3, and 6.
Moving. 0. 1 objects copied. Physics folder 1632 list item.
And as you can see, it has been copied. And then you can use backspace to get back to the list of drives.
SD24 list item.
Alright, so I've shown you how to cut, rename and create folders. The last thing I will show you is how to copy a file or a group of files. So the first thing I need to do is press F1.
File manager. F.
Now enter to open the file manager.
Flash disk 14 list item.
You can use whatever drive you want from this list. I'm going to head to SD card.
SD24 list item. First year folder
press
132
enter.
list item.
And I'm going to head into first year. You can head into whatever folder you like to copy from.
Business folder 112 list
I
item.
have more folders in here, so I will just open my business folder.
Abbreviations .docs 115 list item.
So to select multiple files, I'm just going to press the space bar on each file, and you'll see a star before the file if it has been selected.
Selected abbreviations. Docs 115 list item.
And there's a little tick in the box on the visual screen. So I'm going to scroll down and
Business Chapter 2. Docs 215 list item.
I will.
Business Homework Chapter 2. Docs 315 using September 13th. Docs 415 list item.
I'll select this one.
Selected using September 13th. Docs 415
now
list item.
I will press Enter and X, or Control and X to cut it. If you want to simply copy it, you can press Enter and C dots 14 or Control and C.
Cut to clipboard.
You'll hear cut to clipboard. I'll press backspace to go back to the drive list.
Business folder 112
I
list
need to hit
item.
backspace again because I was in the business folder.
First year folder 132
I need
list
to
item.
hit it again one more time.
Flash disk 14 list item.
And now I am at the flash disk, so I'm going to scroll down to USB using .4.
SD2 USB 34 list
I'm
item.
going to hit enter.
Chemistry folder 15 list item.
And I'm going to press Enter and V, which is dots 1, 2, 3, 6, or Control and V to paste it. And whether you're cutting or copying, it's the same.
Moving.
And it'll say
0
moving.
abbreviate 100. 2 objects copied.
And as you can hear, 2 files have been copied. Now I will show you how to delete a file if you no longer want it. To do this, you can press space and dot 145 for D.
Delete business September 13th docs. Yes prompt button.
And now you can either scroll to yes or no and press enter, or you can just press Y for yes or N for no. I'm going to press Y because I want to get rid of this.
Delete complete.
And it says delete complete, and as you can see, it has disappeared from the screen. It's gone. Y is dots 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've covered renaming, deleting, and creating folders and files, as well as selecting multiple files. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. I always enjoy making them, and I'll see you for the next podcast. From now on, I'm going to use keystrokes to